Have you ever looked at a younger woman and wondered, is she waiting for me to say something? It's not always about charm, it's about reading her energy. Herselin signal Speckhouse. Here's the truth, many young. Our women aren't just attracted to older men. They're quietly hoping you'll take the lead. But how do you really know when it's time to make your move today? We're diving deep into these subtle, powerful cues that younger women give off when they're into older men. We'll unpack the unspoken truths that only men with wisdom or the right guidance can truly understand. The natural progression of relationships. Age gaps are more common than you think. Let's be honest. When it comes to attraction, age is just a number, but maturity is everything. And in the natural flow of relationships, there's arisen older men and younger women often connect so deeply. Ask nearly any woman in the street and you'll find that about 90% of them will say they prefer to take an older man. But that's just the beginning. If you ask them why, their answers will open your eyes. Stability, security, depth, direction, presence. These are the things younger men often struggle to offer, but older men have spent a lifetime refining. And that's what we're exploring today. Why this dynamic works, how to recognize when it's happening, and how to move forward without second-guessing yourself. But more importantly, you'll learn the signs the older men with experience subtly understand it. Through guessing, not through games, but through lived wisdom. Let's get into them. Why women choose older men. This isn't just a trend, it's biological, it's psychological, it's deeply instinctual. Across generations and cultures, women naturally gravitate toward men who are ahead of them in life, men who offer direction, protection, and emotional presence. And when you break it down, the truth becomes crystal clear. Women desire three core things in a man: a provider, not just financially but emotionally and mentally, a protector, someone who can handle life's challenges and remain calm in chaos. 3, someone who can profess his love, offering stability to her inner world and soothing her quiet fears. And here's the rub, most younger men, they're still finding themselves. They're still chasing attention, validation, and approval. Older men, however, have walked that path. They've been through the fire, they've survived heartbreak, setbacks, financial strain, and they're still standing. That's what makes them magnetizing. Women aren't just attracted to older men, they respect them. They feel safer, they feel seen, they feel steady. Older men also tend to be more consistent, not chasing the next thrill, not trying to be the coolest guy at the party, but focusing on the future. That mindset alone is intoxicating for a woman who's thinking long-term. Yes, being a wild card may get attention, but if you want something sustainable, something real, then grounded, steady presence is what wins. And here's the best part, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to recognize the signs that she's already drawn to you. And trust me, once you know what to look for, you'll start noticing them everywhere. Sign number 1, you occupy a lot of her attention. In today's world, attention is the most expensive currency. Social media has made it easier than ever for a woman to replace one man with another in seconds. A few swipes, a few DMs, and she's off to someone new. But here's the twist, if she likes you, you won't be easily replaced. She'll give you her attention freely, even when she doesn't have to. That means quick replies to your texts, random check-ins, starting conversations. For Norson at all, and unless you've known her for years, she wouldn't be doing this unless she was interested. Older men have the experience to recognize this, they didn't take it for granted. Younger men, however, often let it inflate their ego, and that's when they lose the connection. But if she keeps giving you her time, especially in a world full of distractions, you better believe there's something real behind. That's sign number 2 she becomes. Physically expressive women are emotional creatures, but physical expression, that's a different kind of vulnerability, and when she starts touching you subtly, light brushes in your arms, sitting close, or playing with your hands, it's a silent language of trust. This isn't about less, this is about comfort. It's about feeling drawn to your presence like a magnet. Older men through years of experience learn how rare this is. When a woman starts physically leaning into your space, it means she's dropping her guard. She feels safe, she wants more, and in those moments words aren't needed. Just notice, just be present. That's how you read her without rushing. Sign number 3, goodbyes go on forever. There is a simple truth about connection. When two people truly like each other, goodbye becomes the hardest word to say. Older men often pick up on this more easily. They've lived through rushed relationships, sudden silences, and painful exits. So when a woman lingers, whether at the door, in a conversation, or over text, it's not just habit, it's emotion. You'll notice she doesn't want to hang up the phone. She keeps replying even after you say goodnight. She brings up random topics just to keep the moment alive. And older men know this isn't just being polite. This is one of the strongest emotional signs of attraction. The key here is restraint. Don't rush to fill the silence. Let her sit in that moment. Let her crave more. You're not being distant. You're allowing her to feel the pull, the tension. It's where chemistry grows. And when a younger woman feels it with an older man, it usually means she's emotionally invested far more than she lets on. Sign number 4, natural signs of attraction begin to surface. When a woman is drawn to you, her body often betrays her before her words do. These signs may seem small, but they're massive if you know how to spot them. She twirls her hair when talking to you. She smells more when you're around, even if nothing's funny. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. Shimmer or see your movement subtly syncing up with you. The signs may seem playful, even accidental, but for older men they're like road signs in a storm pointing towards something real. You see younger women often move fast emotionally. They want to know how they feel now, not next week. So when she starts showing these subtle signs, she's likely trying to figure out if you'll catch them and what you'll do next. This is where younger men often fail. They either ignore them completely or overreact. Older men, they remain composed. They let the moment breathe. They invite her in without trying to control the outcome. That's power. That's attraction without inspiration. Sign number 5, she wants to know everything about you. This one is big and easy to miss if you're not paying attention. There's a difference between polite conversation and genuine curiosity. When she wants to know what you do for work, what your childhood was like, what dreams you still haven't chased, what keeps you awake at night. She's not just being polite, she's building a mental image of a life with you in it. This is what dating coach has called the backhand game. The front and game, it's your appearance, your energy, your confidence. But the backhand game, that's your substance. Who you are when the show is over. Younger women may not ask directly about your car or salary anymore, but they want to know if you're stable, if you're grounded, and if your life has a direction they can fit into. Because here's the quiet truth. She's not just dating you, she's imagining a life with you. If she asks personal, deep questions, you're already in her vision. Older men tend to answer these questions with patience and honesty. They don't universal, they don't deflect, they understand. That trust isn't built through impressive answers, it's built through vulnerability. If you open up just enough and you stay real, she'll feel even more drawn to you. Sign number 6, other men and women pop up in that conversation. Tease one subtle. But critical women are masters of emotional strategy, and younger women, especially, tend to test the waters before fully diving in. She might say, my friend Jason said something similar the other day. My exhaust like that movie too. I'm sure you have a lot of women texting you. Now didn't get defensive. She's not being manipulative. She's measuring your response. Is this man emotionally reactive? Does he get jealous easily? Will he try to control me? You see many women for rejection more than anything, so instead of being direct, they check your emotional climate by mentioning other people. If you respond with insecurity or competition, it raises a red flag. But if you stay stoic, calm, even slightly amused, feels safe. And when she talks about other women around you, it's not always because she's insecure. It's often because she's already attached and wants to know if you are too. Older men know how to keep their cool. They've been through enough to know that buying gunchicle is more attractive than buying impressive. Sign layer 7, compliments will rain down on you in today's world. Compliments from a woman carry more weight than ever before. That's because most women avoid complimenting men unless they genuinely mean it. White cows, they know what it implies. They know that a compliment can open the door to something more, and most women don't want to deal with the risk of being misread or having to reject someone. So when she does compliment you, especially as an older man, don't take it lightly. It means something. She might say, you always smell so good. You've got such a calming energy. You're really smart. I could listen to you talk forever. These aren't just observations. They're invitations, letting you know that you're different, that you stand out in her eyes, that she's already starting to admire you. And older men, they don't brag about compliments. They don't let it inflate their ego. They use it as an opening, a space where connection can deepen. The key is to receive the compliment without needing to return one immediately. When you do compliment her, let it come from essence or place. Something real, something that sees her, not just her appearance. That's the kind of compliment that sticks with her, that makes her want to come closer. Sign number 8, she texts you meaningless things. You've probably seen this one and didn't even know it mattered. She texts you memes, random. What are you doing? Messages, a photo of her coffee, a picture of her cat sleeping on her laptop. It might seem silly, but it's not. It's her way of keeping that connection alive, because in truth, women didn't keep talking to men. They don't care about, they ghost them, they vanish, they move on. But when she keeps sending you small updates, jokes, random thoughts, it means you're on her mind more often than you realize. Older men know how to test these moments, not to try too hard, not to turn every text into something deep, but to keep the light banner flowing with just enough interest on just enough pull. These small moments stack up over time, and they create that kind of emotional comfort that leads to real intimacy. So the next time she sends you a meme or a random thought, respond with presence. You don't need to say something profound. You just need to make her feel seen. Sign number 9, her attention is all yours in the age of distraction. Attention is sacred. Between Instagram, TikTok, group chats, dating apps, and endless notifications, everyone is fighting for just a few seconds of mental space. So when a woman puts her phone away, maintains eye contact, and gives you her full attention, that's rare. That's real. Older men tend to spot this easily. They've been on enough dates to know when a woman is just passing time and when she's actually present. When she forgets to check her phone and gagas deeply in your stories, remembers the small things you said last week, She's invested, you've bypassed the surface air, and her inner circle of focus, a place most people never reach. This isn't just attraction, it's emotional priority. When she gives you her time without distraction, that's her subconscious saying you matter more than the noise around me. And that's one of the clearest signs she's waiting for you to take the next step. Sign number 10, intimate flirting. And now, the final and most powerful sign, flirting, but not just playful teasing. We're talking about intimate, emotionally charged flirting. There's a difference. Flirting can be surface level, a joke, a smile, a compliment. But intimate flirting, that's when her tone softens, she touches your arm. When she laughs, she says things that then at a future with you, she opens up about her fears, her dreams, her desires. This type of flirting is a dance, slow, subtle, seductive. And here's the truth, it older men know when a younger woman flirts with emotional depth, she's not just curious. She's invested, she's distinct to see if you can meet her emotionally, not just physically. You don't need to rush, you don't need to perform, you just need to stay grounded and engage with presence. This is where real connection is born, not in lines or tricks, but in shared energy. Older men naturally lean into this space. They flirt without pushing, they receive without grabbing, and in that balance, the younger woman feels safe enough to truly fool. So if you've noticed, even if you off these signs, don't ignore them. She's not just being friendly, she's quietly hopping. You'll make a move that you'll take the lead, not aggressively, but confidently. Base, here's the thing, most younger women aren't just attracted to older men because of each, they're drawn to what comes with it, experience. Certain type persons, they want to feel safe, seen, and valued. And if you can offer that, you unlock a kind of connection most men never experience. So take the sign seriously, move with clarity, lead with strength, and watch how the relationship unfolds in ways you never imagined. Music.